Find those spots, you gotta get out there and move. Definitely gotta get out and move. Nice little eddy up here. Out here today, searching for some post-spawn smallmouth, early post-spawn. See if we can find them. Water's been high, it's been dirty, pretty clear today. It's dropping pretty fast. I'm just fishing some slower water here off the main part of the river. Hopeful to hook a few here, seeing some minnows. Beautiful day, it's supposed to be in the 80s today. First time it's going to be in the 80s. It's been a while. A couple days ago it was in the 50s, so that'll tell you. And this is June, so it's been pretty crazy spring. River's still pretty high. It's wadeable, but higher than I like it. That's for sure. I don't think these fish are too aggressive today. They don't seem to be, right off the start anyway. I barely knew that one was on. I switched up to a Yama Tanuki 2.5 inch. See if that might get him going a little. Fish on. Not a very big one, I don't think. Nah, small one. Think. Leaper though, fighter. Definitely fighting. Oh, it's a little bigger than I think. Not big though. Take it. Not bad. Switching up just a little bit. You know, I cast it up in there probably 10 times, didn't get a bite. Had that one on down a little further. I didn't even feel that bite, and I did feel that one. There goes another one. See, a little bit of a switch. That feels like a better fish. A little bit of a switch. That's all it takes sometimes, and you can start catching them. Not much better, but a little better. Oh yeah, it's a decent one. Take those all day long. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna get grabbed here. There we go. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Take that bad boy any day. Oh yeah. Beautiful fish. Slight change. Like I said, just that slight switch. And there you go. Went from a little bite to 3 fish. Well, he got off, but that's all right. Sometimes you gotta change it up. I'm a stubborn person. I fish the same lures all the time, but with those lures, I switch up. You know, I'll switch, you know, I might have 5 lures in my bag today. I'll try them all. A couple different colors, you know, just to get an idea. You know, I could tell almost immediately because of the way that fish was on my bait, I couldn't even feel him on it. And those last ones, I felt the hits. So they necessarily didn't want that bait right now. I mean, that could change during the day as it heats up, who knows. But don't be afraid to experiment with all the different types of lures you're carrying, no matter what they are. Color, size, weight, everything. They're fish on. See, they're not crushing the bait today. That one came off. You know, they're not smashing the bait today. So you gotta kind of slow down, and as of right now, like, the water's gonna warm up pretty good. So, you know, later on, the bite might get better. But until then, I'm just gonna fish like super slow and take my time here. Got him. That's a good one. That's a good fish. I don't know if that's a bass. It's not. It's a pike. Got me a pike. Well, he's off. Good. I don't have to touch that slimy guy. You know, after you catch some fish in a spot, there goes one. Get off. They're just not committing. They don't want to commit. I got a feeling the bite's going to pick up here as soon as the water starts warming up. I mean, I found some fish. There's definitely fish here. Who knows how many, but one of those big girls that come out of the hiding and hit that. I'm going to try a couple different baits here in the spot because I know there's fish, so I'm going to try a couple different. I can fish probably about 2 or 3 different angles here too. I'm going to try that as well. See how I'm working it here. I'm just letting it bounce along the bottom, picking it up. Normally these fish are right on the current seam, but they're kind of in the slower water right now, so over there. Just letting this thing drift down. picking it up, hitting the bottom, picking it up. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. There goes a bite. Got him. That pike again? Nope. Nice. Hammered that. I did feel that one pretty good. Sometimes you catch one, you get them going, and you can start really getting into them. He's all chewed up. Maybe that pike got him. Something got him. Wow. Ooh, both sides. Still kicking. That's 4 or 5 fish out of there just by switching up. I had that first nibble on the Kitech. He didn't take it, and I switched to the Yamatanuki and I started catching them immediately. I'm gonna toss something else in there too. I'm gonna toss a Senko in there and see what happens. This water temperature is right around 60 degrees. Make sure I cover everything in here with this bait, and then I'll switch up. There goes one. Hit it, didn't take it. I really do believe by the end of the day these fish are going to be smacking the bait with this warmth. It hasn't been warm for a while, I can say that. 50 degrees at the end of May is a chilly day. Hit something there. It's called a fish. Feels like a little bit better fish there. Yeah. That pike, another pike, smaller pike. That's a smaller one there. There he goes. Again, Unless it's a real big one, I don't really want to touch it because my hands will be slimy for the rest of the day. That's 2 pike though in one spot. And they were different. They were different. The other one was a little bit bigger than that one. Now both of the hits from the pike were a little better than the ones from the bass, so. I went the other way. I switched to 3/8 Kitech. Just, I'll run this through here a couple of times just to see if there's anything big in there that wants looking for something big to eat. Bigger. I'd say big. It's not really that big. It's only a 3/8. Some people will be like, that's tiny. To me, it's big. There's a fish. See, he was on it. He was on it. This is the 3/8 with a 1/4 ounce weight on it, so it's going to be on the bottom the whole time. And that's where I've caught these fish. All of them have been from the bottom, dragging on the bottom. There's a fish. Oh, yep. Yep. Off again. See, that's what I'm talking about. The bite is just not there. They're barely committing to the bite. So I'm gonna let it sit a little longer. I don't want to wait too much longer after I feel that initial tug. It's not really a tug, it's a bite. Just a half a second longer. After you catch a couple fish, kind of get the feel for it. I'm really starting to get it now, so I'm sure I'll miss a couple more today, but that's okay. Hopefully I don't miss the big one if one bites. Such a beautiful day. That's what I'm talking about. Another decent fish. We're giants yet. We'll take whatever wants to bite here. This guy's fighting. I don't think it's giant, but oh yeah, biggest one of the day, I think. Close. Well, maybe not. It's so hard to tell when they're in the current and they're fighting. Some fight harder than others, but we'll take it nonetheless. It's a nice fish. Look at the color on that thing. Bronze back. Again, I'm just working this whole entire area in front of me. Up, down, out, as far as I can. The bite's definitely gotten better in the last half hour or so. I can actually feel them on it. They're not thumping it yet, but these fish really group up in the spring. That's a good fish there. I did not feel that fish on there. Probably the same size as that other one, but yeah, he's pull and drag a little. Might be a little bigger. It feels super heavy. Nah, it's another nice one though. I'll take it. Real nice fish. Solid, probably a pound and a half. It's got a gut on him though. I swear some of these fish don't even look like they spawned yet. It's quite possible. It really is. Letting it drift on the bottom. Not even moving the reel. Hands are off the reel. Just letting it drift along the bottom. Using my rod tip to control the bait as it bounces. Real easy. Get stopped by a rock. I just pick the rod tip up a little bit and let it flow again. Right down into the current. A lot of times at the end of the drift, when it swings around, the fish will crack it. So I'll let that drift the whole way down. And you're covering a lot of area there by doing that. You're covering a larger area rather than just casting it and winding it back in. And, you know, sometimes that works well, but you know, most of my fishing is done by drifting, just letting it drift in the current. You know, putting a little bit of movement on it, winding every once in a while, picking it up, letting the rod. But in an area, fish, yeah, that's a snag. In an area like this, the current's drifting pretty good. So I just let the current just take the bait naturally down. Just let it flow down. When it gets stopped, I just pick the rod up and let it move again. You know, occasionally you want to put maybe a half a turn just to get the bait maybe upright and spinning correctly. Most of these soft plastics I use in the river, this is what I'm doing. I'm drift fishing. You know, depending. Now, it all depends on the day and what's going on. I'll try it and see if it's working. If it's not working, try something else. Throw out, wind in, whatever. Every day is different on the river. The bites change day to day. So this might work right now. It might not be effective, you know, tomorrow or even later today. I mean, really. You know, they might want a little more movement on it. They might want you to pick it up. They might like a drop. Who knows? There goes a little bite. Just tapped it. Now I've caught, I think, 4 on this bait. I caught 5 or 6 on the Yama Tanuki. So I'm going to throw something else in there just to see what, you know, maybe I pulled it away from a fish, or I caught a fish and it spooked another fish and they just stay away from this bait, whatever it may be. I don't know. But for me, switching up is key to catch more fish. Even if I catch 2 more fish here or 1 more fish, or none, that'll satisfy me enough to know that at least you know, I'm trying to catch every fish out of this spot. So today I'm out here with the Bull Bay Rods Banshee. It's a 7'4" medium light. Look, there's a fish. Oh, that's a big fish. That's a big one. 7'4" medium light. 8-pound test. I got a 2500 Shimano. It's an older CI4 reel on here. Any 2500 will do well. See this fish. This is a nice fish here. Oh yeah, it's the biggest fish of the day for sure. Really nice fish here. And this rod's spectacular. Rick Hess from Bull Bay Rod sent me a few of these to test out and put in people's hands, and I got to tell you, over the last few years, this is one of my favorite rods for smallmouth, especially this type of fishing I'm doing, this drift fishing, these small plastics. That's a nice fish there. Probably about a 16-incher. I switched to a Senko. There we go. Right next to the Banshee. I'm talking about switching them baits. First cast after I put that Senko on, I got a bite. I cast it in there probably 6-7 times with that other bait. I know some people will be like, oh, it might be one of the same fish, and it could be, but I highly doubt it. They're pretty spooky. I mean, unless they're starving. It's possible. I'm not saying it's not, but it didn't look like any of the other fish. I definitely did not catch that one today. The way he hit and the way he fought and how the size of it. That was the biggest one I caught so far. There goes another one. Bumped my bait. Didn't take it. Starting to get real warm now. Can't wait until I get these waders off. It's still a little too cold for no waders, but it's coming. I can't wait, to be honest with you. Tired of wearing waders. Been wearing them since October. I thought by now I'd have them off. I really don't want to walk in ice water yet. I usually take them off when the water hits 70. You know, if it was 70 degrees, the water temperature today with 80-degree temperatures, I mean, I'm going to be okay. But it's going to cool down later, and I don't want to be all wet, and I can actually feel the cold in the waders in my feet. So that tells me that it's still pretty chilly. I think we got one on there. Yeah. We might have tapped this out. A lot of fish in there, though. Still think there's a possibility of a bigger one in here. I'm gonna fish it for a little while longer just to see. I might even throw a tube on. Give that a crack. Fishing all these baits the same way, just letting it drift in the current. Especially this one. There are times that, you know, this bait outshines every other bait, but that goes with all baits. I'm having a hard time hitting the bottom with this one for any length of time. I think I got a fish on though. I didn't even feel it. There, just snagged. Just laying on the bottom. It was on the bottom. I can't feel it though. This is actually a venom tube I have on here right now. This is actually a venom tube I have on here right now. And I have my 1/8 ounce with a 3/0 hook, inserted tube jig hook. You can buy that at smalliesontheyock.com. I sell that in bulk packs of 50 for $30. I got a couple other different sizes. I got a 1/0 as well for smaller tubes. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. You can just go on the website and order those. Right now it's only PayPal, but I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna have Apple Pay here soon, and probably Google Pay on there. So hopefully that helps people out. A little one. Put my swing bait off, of course. That's a dink. That'll go down as the smallest fish today. See you, pal. Some fish here. Beauty. Well, that's a wrap here on the river today. It was an interesting day. Water was high, but fish were biting. Found a bunch and caught some. So, you know, switching up your bait and changing presentations and all that can get you more fish, as you saw in the video. So keep that in mind the next time you're out. Please stay tuned to more content. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you all soon. Take care.